It's still not perfect. What comes now? Now that my kin have lost their place, what comes for me now? Will I lose my realm as they have lost theirs? Or rather, is the question supposed to be should I? Where do I stand if I am not standing with them, and where do I belong? I am certain of nothing anymore, now that the thunder-bearing new so-called God has shaken the thrones of my brothers. I cannot stop thinking, what should I be now? Now that the war has ended. Has it even ended for me? Is moving on an option for me? Or do the virtues of life doom me with my brothers as well? This confusion, does it have an end? This uncertainty is breaking my senses. There simply has to be a way out of this devastating spiral. The last time I saw my brethren, fallen as they are, can they hold the answers to my questions? Maybe if I consider their thoughts, their pain and suffering, maybe, just maybe, I can find my place within this universe. Oh, the days when I knew where I belonged. Where have they gone? Tia would have known how to soothe my confusion. Tia. She did try to find Saturn. I remember seeing them talk. Maybe I should think and consider everything once again. Quiet as a stone, still as the silence, there sat the once great Saturn, discontented, considering what he once was in an endless cycle of thoughts, sitting still like a perfect statue, reflecting his pain and agony in the wake of change. He seemed as if he would never wake from his endless agonizing thoughts. But then, there was a rustle between the plants, surrounding the once great leader of the Titans.
Open your eyes, my king, Saturn. Though I do not know for what, I have no way of comforting you, poor old king. The heavens are taken from you, and the earth does not know you. I feel your grief as your thunder and kingdom are now in the hands of that young green being getting crushed and destroyed in numerous ways. Maybe I should not have interrupted your sleep, my poor old king. Should you continue your painful mourning, I shall only stay here and weep by your side.
The words of Tia went by as if they were gusts of wind in a peaceful garden. As her words traveled in the air, Tia joined Saturn in his grief and pain, until Saturn woke from his sleep to find his kingdom gone.
Oh, the wife of Hyperion, Tia, I feel you here. Look up and let me see our doom in your eyes as well. Look at me and tell me if what you are saying is Saturn. Hear me and tell me if what you hear is me. Who had the strength to dethrone me and put me in such a poor place? How has such strength gathered in a being? I felt that I had fate in my hands, and yet here I am. I have lost myself, my strong being, my essence along the way between the throne I had and the place I am sitting now. There is no going back from this, is there? But this cannot be. I cannot stay like this. I have to be the king. Help me, Tia. Help me. Let us search for my true self. Or rather, maybe I can create another universe out of another chaos. Where can we find another chaos to shape, to create a new order from? Where can it be? Where?
Your excitement gives me hope, my king. This would surely ignite the souls of our fallen kin as well. Please come and meet them, wake them and let us unite once again.
All right then, take me to them.
Oh, I remember the excitement of our king and my wife. It was so reassuring. I felt so hopeful and powerful as I watched them start moving again. Now, I am not so sure anymore. I want to trust my king, or whatever is left of him, but I am no longer still sure of what he wants to do, or if his choices will be the best options for all of us. Would he still count me among their ranks? Or would he discharge me as the only Titan who has not fallen in the hands of these insolent seeds that were born yesterday? To this day, I am still not sure. Standing here, in the same place, I listen to their talk now feels stranger every second. Were my brethren right that day? Should I listen to their opinions? Or should I try to shape my own path on my own? I remember my wife talking to my king as if it were both moments and ages ago. I am here and still unsure as to what I should do, unaware of the path I should take. Listening to their voices, I was the same as I am now. Oh, and Coelus, he came to me. It was hours before an unusual dawn. I was prepared for my duties, but I was not sure of how much responsibility I had for them. After preparing, I was stuck in my task just as I am now. Oh, the pains of mortals! Oh, the sorrows and unholy feelings of mortals! Why do I know you? Why am I, an eternal being, so distraught as to feel such emotions? Saturn is fallen. Am I too fallen? This palace, is it not mine anymore? Should I leave my possessions and my palace? This palace of blissful light, have I too lost all that is mine? Even if I need not leave it all behind, it does not feel the same. Everything that was once peaceful and warm now feels disturbing and cold. All I see now in the place of light is darkness, death, and darkness. No, this is not how it should be. I shall, with all my power, strike that infant thunderer, the rebel Jove, and take back Saturn's rightful throne.
O brightest of my children dear, son of mysteries, I see that there is a set feud, a rebellion among you. I saw my firstborn tumbled from his throne. You were all divine in your lives, divine in your emotions. You were undisturbed, unruffled. Now I see all of you have fallen from grace with your fear, hope and wrath. Just as men who can die, you are battling these emotions. This is what causes me sadness, my son. We no longer have the power to protest and overcome these strange times, but you do. You have the power to rise. Go now to Saturn and the other fallen titans. Rise together with them, and I shall take care of the sun and the order of nature.
Titans, behold your king! I do not understand why you should feel so sorrowful. In no way can I find my reason to be this way. I do not know what to tell and inspire you to do. Should I tell you to rise and fight? You will only groan at me. Should I ask you to stand against that rebel scum? You will not act. What can I tell you to move your hearts and your will? Tell me, Okeanos, the deep thinker, what is your advice for me? O my king consumed by wrath and passion, I shall be fully honest with you, my king, and what I have to say should be a comforting thought, as the truth is always a source of comfort, even though it might bring pain with it. The truth is that we are defeated, not simply by the force of the thunderer Jove, we are defeated by nature itself. You, my king Saturn, have studied and ruled the universe, but you have not mastered it as a whole. You have missed the details and simple things, things that mortal or simpler minds can observe, such as the balance of nature. You are not the first to rule, and nor will you be the last. It is the eternal rule of nature that first in beauty should be first in might. Just as we are mourning here, one day the torturers of our kind may be forced by others to experience the same fate. Have you seen the young god of the sea? His chariot and the foam alongside it? It was the beauty I have seen that forced me to bid farewell to my empire. Take this truth and accept it, to see it as it is, and to find comfort in it.
Oh, Father, I know I'm the simplest voice here, yet I know that this sorrow we feel has found its place in the depths of our hearts, and is set to stay there forever. So, at least let me tell my sorrow and share it with you. I stood upon a pleasant shore. I was surrounded by calm and joy. Serenity overwhelmed me. I felt a movement in my heart. I started singing through a muffled shell. It was no more than a melody. Just then the winds brought me another sound from the island opposite the one where I stood. I was captured by its beauty. It was perfect. It was sweet and comforting. I had heard nothing like it before. It was such perfect music that I could not bear it. I knew that it would be superior to mine forever from the moment it was produced. I was, and still am, woeful to be inferior to such music. There's a point of what Okeanos has said. Perhaps there's a wisdom in his words.
I cannot take this anymore. This is pure humiliation. To be here dethroned and stripped of our places and empires, to be forced down like this. Yet all you do is to try to convince yourself that we are inferior to them. It is outrageous, unacceptable. It is not over. It cannot be over. There is one last of our kind still at his post. The sun, hopeful sun, Hyperion, still has not lost, nor been forced down as we have. I can see the hope in your eyes. That is our spirit. That is how we should be, not downtrodden as mortals are.
Now I understand. This is my place after all. Okeanos was right in a way. The first in beauty is the first in might. And now it is the time of these beautiful beings to rise and shine in our places. I do not have the power to resist such a change, and now I see that I should not have the power. I see that this is my path, and it gives me peace. Oh, peace at last. The restlessness of being left alone, the gift of holding my place as the last Titan standing. Now that I do know my place and my fate, I shall regret my being no more, and be at last in the place where I should be.